No bass. No bass just yet. Hello, friends. Welcome back to Phil Plays Bass Live, the stream where we talk about bass, we talk about tips, we exchange information, ideas, all sorts of concepts and interesting things in order to help each other become better musicians and stay motivated to practice and, not fall into the, oh, I'll never be good enough kind of pitfall. How is everybody doing today? If it's your first time on the stream, do say hi in the chat. Introduce yourselves. The more, the merrier. Hello, friends. Hello, Akil. Hello, Mike. Thank you very much for joining today, guys. I appreciate the Michael sort of chipping into the betting market there. That's not a bad idea, but so I figured, for a first, I'd start without a bass on my lap. I have sadly sprained my neck a little bit yesterday. Not sure exactly how, but it's super uncomfortable. So depending on how much discomfort I'm in, I might have to cut this stream a little bit short. But we'll see how we get on, and who knows? Maybe playing the bass will make me forget about the little bit of pain that I'm in. That's okay. Plus, I'm not really painkiller type of guy, so just yeah. Nate says I pinged you, Mike, playing Chaos. It's in the Phil Plays Bass channel. I saw Michael did actually send me a private message with the video. Speaking of which, Mike, well done on this. It's pretty good. Well, they're all attempts. So are mine, since I still can't play it at speed. But that was pretty good, although I do think that you were missing a couple of notes, which is why I quickly sort of put together the tab for it, which is also available for you, Mike. I put it on the Discord as well. So you asked for the tab, it's on Discord right now for you to have a look at. There was just a couple of notes I think that you hadn't just put in there just yet, and therefore I think the rhythm was a little bit sort of skewed. But just have a look at it. It's now fully available for you to have a look at. Yes, yay tab. It is sounding very good. I hadn't seen that Lackland before, Mike. And also I hadn't realized that massive rack that you had to the left of you. You've got a lot of gear in that secret man cave of yours. Man cave. Who says man cave? Yeah. Excalibur. I like that. Is it because it's a Lackland Excalibur, or is it the name that Mike has given it? Is it called Excalibur? Good question. Guys, I've been super hard at work today on... friend of mine thinks he can get me loads of testers on this little app of mine, and I've had to put in a lot of work to adapt the app to detect chords from a microphone, but not on guitar or on bass, but on ukulele, which is why I've had this thing, which is why I've unpacked this little guy. Look at the size of my fingers compared to that thing. I don't think I'll ever be a very good ukulele player. I think my fingers are just too big. Although it's a funny little instrument, Flying V ukulele. In fact, I should have started the stream with that, Mike. That would have been a pretty good way to sort of do something unexpected. But yeah, I've had to test it out, and it actually works, guys. When somebody plays a chord like this, it actually detects the chords and checks it against the question. So now it's all about sort of rounding of the edges. But it's you like the bridge on the ukulele? Oh yeah, I haven't actually paid attention to it. Sort of like a swish kind of thing to it. Mike, how had I never noticed this? This is actually a pretty good looking instrument if you think about it. Pretty funky looking thing. Doesn't sound great though, but it's a ukulele, Does any ukulele sound good? That's a good question. Anyway, that's... Oh, this was signed by... This was given to me by a friend of mine when I left for London 15 years ago. And a bunch of friends signed it. It was a very, very lovely attention. Metal on this guy would sound diabolical. It could. Signal chain would have to be pretty sort of boost intensive, because the signal on this guy I don't think would be very, very strong. But that would be fun. All right, shall we do some playing, guys, and see how... Oh, bloody hell. Here we go. I really wanted to show you guys something that I found that was super, super awesome. Ex-colleague of mine, well, I say ex-colleague, no, he's a colleague of mine from London via Italy, called Edoardo Bombacci. Him and I ended up, at jams together. He's a very, very good bass player, and we didn't spend a lot of time together, so I can't really call him a friend, but I always had a really, really good relationship with the guy. And then he posted a video today. Sadly, it's not on his YouTube shorts, and for some reason, my Instagram won't let me play sounds. I can click on the mute unmute button as much as I want. It's not going to let me play this track. But I encourage you guys to go check it out. Edoardo Bombacci Bass. And check out this latest thing that he posted. It's really, really good. I don't know about the tune. I don't know where it's from. I couldn't really find the... could actually be one of his compositions for all I know. I wanted to extract the audio, give him a shout out, tell you guys to subscribe to him, and most importantly, transcribe this awesome, awesome bass line that he's come up with. I'm guessing that's what he came up with, because it's played just so well, so well and so tastefully that I was like, I need, this is obviously stream material. Let's see how quickly I can learn this and, try to play it at speed. Unfortunately, I can't extract the audio since I can't play it on my laptop, on my desktop, so it's a bit annoying. But do check it out, guys. I will find a way to get this audio, and we will transcribe it on the stream, because I really love everything that he does in that particular video. So go out there, check out Edoardo Bombacci Bass. He's an excellent, excellent player, based in London. I think he's still in London. I hope he is, because he's just too good to be anywhere else, really. Or maybe the States, obviously. He could be in Nashville, he could be in New York or LA or any sort of big American city. But for us Europeans, it's a bit more difficult to get to the US. It's a lot further from home. Can't see the family too much, as much as you'd like, whereas the UK is kind of just the middle ground. But do check out this video. When I find a way to extract the audio, we're having a look at this, because it's really, really excellent playing. How often do I clear my temp folder? That's a good question. Why temp, as in, do you mean hard drive? Or the cookies, that kind of stuff? Because I've tried all of that, and sadly it doesn't... Mike says, I saw a bass ukulele, I think on the Bass the World page, that actually sounded good. There are a few, apparently. There's also those tiny little rubber strings guys. I can't remember what the... You think that would solve my sound problem, Akil, clearing the temp folder? It could be. It could be. But no other video at all works on Instagram. And it's literally just an Instagram problem, because playing shorts works fine. Doesn't he look like a young Pino Palladino? He does, doesn't he? That definitely sounds like a good thing to do, Akil, to clear the temp folder. But I don't think that's my problem in this case. I think Instagram has some strange programming behind it that's obviously mainly oriented towards mobile phones. Therefore, playing stuff on your desktop might not be as reliably reliable as the rest, as playing it on the device that they're intending it to be played on. How to play bass guitar 3 years ago? Oh, I need to check that out. We need to have a look at that. But let's see how he does the. Oh, I see. The mark of a very good bass player is that Eduardo does a lot of transcribing as well, and just like me, he loves transcribing stuff just to the dot, and that's why he's very good. That's one of the reasons he's very good. He loves to absorb really, really good bass players. All right. In the meantime, guys, since I really feel that the pain in my neck is not gonna abscond anytime soon, I might have to cut this a little bit short. But we do have to do our regular programming, and if I don't do the stream, because I've got to be in sort of different awkward positions when I'm streaming, my setup is not that great. I'll do some more playing later, but let's do a little bit of a warm-up and then maybe a bit of an AI transcribing again. I don't know if you guys like it. I find it interesting, but if you guys absolutely hate it, I'll just extract it from the... I'll just do that in my own private time. Just like playing with the truss rod, you know. Some things can be streams, others should stay in the privacy of your own bedroom. Let's put a click on and do some warming up. What are we going to warm up to? Just some regular, just a good old click. How about that, eh? Put it 100. All right. Move to the action cam. What does transcribing mean? Says Akil. Transcribing just means that you listen to something and you memorize it, and you try to come as close as possible to what is played on the record. That's basically what it is. And then there's the extra step of actually writing it down in order to sort of keep it in your records, you know, being able to access it when your memory fails you. Transcribing is literally just listening to something and reproducing it, mimicking it, memorizing it, most importantly, and playing it in order for that to become sort of part of your vocabulary, your musical toolbox, if you will. That's what transcribing is. So learning a song by ear is transcribing. If you do the extra step of actually writing it down, that's proper transcribing with a capital T. But my transcribing is usually to memorize stuff, because that's the way I like to do it. Although I have actually fully transcribed a bunch of things in my life, I love... you're pretty bad at transcribing. Everyone is at first, and I'm not... I mean, you've seen me do it. You know, I've got to slow things down to a point where it might as well be in a different sort of gravitational pull, like it's Inception levels of slowed down. Not Inception. Interstellar levels of slowed down. Not Inception. Although it can kind of work with Inception as well, but we create our own sort of space-time bubble around the tune, slow it down to a point where nothing else exists but that particular tune. That's basically what I did with this this little line that we like to play. Mike will be very familiar with this one, and so will you guys at this point. Akil, I think you'd already joined us when we started transcribing this tune, but this is how you learn, a line like this. It's not playing. It should be playing now. I couldn't learn that at that speed, so I had to turn the speed down all the way to, I think, probably 40%. And that's what you do, and then gradually you increase the speed until... Yeah, I haven't looped it, but that's what transcribing is, essentially. It's learning things in order to have more tools at your disposal when it comes to improvising or doing some kind of, writing your own bass line. The more you know about what is available out there, the more you can come up with interesting bass lines. That's what transcribing is. And that's definitely one of the foundational things that a musician should practice as much as possible. Transcribing jazz solos, transcribing things that are on different instruments, transcribing sax solos, guitar solos, maybe even just drum solos, just to think differently, to start thinking more like a drummer as well. It's a very interesting thing to do. I only did a little bit of it because it's pretty hardcore to be transcribing drum solos on the bass. But at least like picking a line of the drums, picking a part of the drum to transcribe, doing a combination of kick drum and snare. For instance, if you want to practice slapping, there's many interesting things you can do with that sort of stuff. Obviously the foundation of slapping is this is the kick drum, this is the snare drum. And if you apply that to transcribing drum solos, some interesting things can happen. Obviously, when they start doing all sorts of crazy paradiddle stuff, you've got to start deploying all sorts of unholy techniques to match what they're doing with the snare drum, but also an interesting challenge. So it's interesting it's a good thing to think about your instrument through another instrument's lens. So look at the bass from a drummer's perspective, or look at the bass through a sax player's perspective, this kind of stuff. It's just an interesting way to sort of shift your perspective and get more of a 360 idea of what the bass is capable of and what you're capable of. Ducking with glasses. 7 Nation Army can do. Have you subscribed, Duckling? Not ducking, Duckling. Hello, Duckling. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. I can certainly play some White Stripes, but there's more interesting White Stripes tunes than this one. They've got all sorts of interesting tunes, dude, but I can play 7 Nation Army for you. Come. For the sub, I'll play you a tune. Have I earned your sub? Finally, 666. Nice one, dude. I do take requests, man. So if you guys want to throw me some curveballs with songs, and hopefully I don't know them, because if I know them, it's a little bit, it's a little bit cheating. In the meantime, I'm just going to do a little bit of warming up, guys. Super, super awesome exercise that I love to do. As you guys know, if you're a regular on this program, one of my favorite exercises is the one that we found out about month and a half ago, 2 months ago, possibly now. Let's put a click on. It is technically simple, but technically difficult. Basically 2 positions, E, A, F, B, A, F, B, G, and then we repeat the process starting in F, B, G, and D flat, and then we keep going like that. But this is a bit slow. I'm just going to do it twice as fast, just to see if I can go through the whole thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, geez. Nearly managed to do the whole E string, G string, with the, put a capo on the 2nd fret. Duckling, are you drunk? A capo on the bass? Come on, bro. Slap bass. That's an excellent excuse for me to break out my little backing track. You know, the tale of that sad Scottish sailor. All right, let's see. Logic should be playing. Should be just double checking, swapping windows, moving things around. Logic is not playing through the stream. Restart capture. Let's go. Turn the volume up. That's not a guitar, Duckling. That's a ukulele. Like I was saying earlier, and I'm using it to test an app I'm building. Oh, beautiful, beautiful, with a little bit of bass in the background. Gorgeous. Yeah, I'm just building a chord recognition app, and a friend of mine has a huge base of ukulele students all around the world, and he wants the app to he wants to send me basically like 15,000 of his subscribers to just test this app in their browser. So pretty cool. That is the most sort of hair metal ukulele you've ever seen. I do have a capo somewhere though. I know some guys do it. Duckling, you know, it's a joke. I did get it, dude. I did get the joke, but some people actually do some interesting things with the capo on like a partial capo on different strings to get some open strings and some different open strings, basically. Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff as well. But I'm not very good at thinking like that. I'm not British, I'm Belgian, but I did live in London for a long, long time. A little bit of a right hand warm up here for you guys. You know this one. Let me demonstrate real quick. We just go through the whole circle of fifths, sort of backwards, to follow the typical sort of 7/4 3/6 2/5 jazz progression. That's basically the same order than this chord progression. I always forget to give myself a bit of a runway before that. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's all 12 keys. All of the keys together in a nice, easy to understand 16th note little right hand workout that you guys are already familiar with. Kevin De Bruyne is a very good football player. Yep, he looks like me, but blonder. And he plays better football than I do, for sure. Fun how you can sometimes tell where in the world a person is from by the way they say hi. An American might say hey. Brits, including Philip, say cheers. Cheers is more like a thank you. Yeah, you'd say cheers, mate, for somebody holding the door or something like that, or just that kind of stuff. Where are you from, Duckling? Let us know. We like to know where people are from. So. It's a real shame that I couldn't transcribe this thing live. I really worked myself up to it today. I was like, oh my god, this is going to be awesome. And then I realized that I wouldn't be able to get the audio from it in time. So it's a bit of a shame. All right, let's do a little bit of transcribing, guys, and then I'll sadly call it a day because my neck's really uncomfortable. Prompts, friends. Any interesting prompts that you'd like for me to copy paste into this little box so that we can have fun with the tune? You learned most of your British from Monty Python. I think stereotypically the Irish, some people say cheerio, but that's like 50s. And like Britain in the 50s type of thing. Cheerio, lads. It's kind of just a general greeting. But cheers nowadays is 100% more like a thank you. Duckling is from the Philippines. How late is it right now in the Philippines? I wonder. It's definitely late evening, I reckon. Philippines are a bit further than India, aren't they, Akil? We've got another Asian on the stream. Let's go. All right. For now, I'll prompt the AI with some kind of regular, fast-paced, modern fusion, modern funk fusion with interesting interesting unison and intricate bass line. Instrumental, let's go. It's midnight in the Philippines. 9:30. Ah, fair enough. 3 hours. 3 hours difference between India and I mean, yeah, Europe is just so squished together that we've only basically got like it's basically like altogether kind of like a 3 or 4 hour span. Okay, Funky Fire, guys. Is it going to be good or is it going to be kind of meh? Fingers crossed. Let's check it out. There we go. Not bad. Interesting little line at the beginning, sort of minor pentatonic kind of motif. Ah. Go down, down. I keep forgetting that very last. Nice, cool little line. Duckling says, my dad used to be a bassist, but when I was born he sold it. As a consequence of your birth? Or or was it a couples thing? Was the wife like, okay, enough of this, you're an adult now, we need money, you're selling that bass, and you're gonna go and buy some diapers? Such a stereotypical view of the sort of couples. It's like, okay, enough fun now. Okay, you're a family man now. No more bass playing. No more of these shenanigans. No more silliness. You're a dad now. No more fun. Let's check out Funky Fire. What's up, Jeffrey? Thank you for joining us. How are you, Jeffrey, on this, well, at least in Belgium, beautiful day? Let's check out Funky Fire. And hopefully we get some interesting lines out of it as well. Not really interesting, this one. There's not a lot going on. Let's just give it another spin. See what it comes up with. Oh no, you heard that bass was rare as well? Oh, that hurts, dude. That must be... that's a real bummer. Can you imagine a Fender, early 60s Fender jazz bass had to be sold? It sounded like a Fusray fill, did it? This thing? Actually, yeah, that's correct. I didn't do the sort of string skipping that she does. But well observed, Mike. Funky Electric Circus. That's got to be good. That's got to be good. I've got very, very high hopes for these tunes now. All right, let's check it out. Ooh. I thought it was an odd time signature, but it's not. It's 4/4. Very interesting line. I'm not disappointed. Very cool line. It's I like this kind of stuff. Sort of shifted. It doesn't start or end where you think it does, and it loops in a bit of an awkward way, but it's an interesting line. I like it. Duckling, what's up? You gotta go? Well, thanks for joining us, dude. Hopefully you come back and more requests. More requests, guys. Don't be afraid. I love to hear new stuff and try my transcribing ears at different things. But hopefully I don't know the tune. That's kind of the thing. Take care, dude. Thank you very much for joining, man. And have a good night. All right. Funky Electric Circus, number 2. Is it me, or are there several basses in this tune? There's the one that plays the unison with the guitar, and then one at the back that's just grooving? What is going on there? Wow, I have no idea what's going on there. Very odd, because it's obviously AI, so it doesn't. There's nothing really to latch on to. I can't detect. Oh, it's an open string, or it's more this or more that. It's just AI, so it's a bit more of a challenge. I'm hearing something like that, but could be just the harmonics that are a bit. Yeah. Oh. Could it be that? If anyone's got it, I could use the help here. But okay, I think I was just missing a little. I'm lost. Mike says, speaking of several basses, Michael League did a SBL seminar where he asked, how many bass parts do you hear in this? In the Bjork song, Army of Me. Interesting. Let's take a little break and check this out. Michael League. Do you remember where it was roughly in the in that thing that you're talking about, Mike? Original Snarky Puppy bass, evolution of Michael playing soft versus hard, recording bass, signature, blah blah blah. Corin Hay palm muting, strings, soloing part 1, the Willie Weeks solo, soloing part 2. The reluctant bass solo, yeah. Playing at your limit, summary of Mike's solo approach, links and effects. Is bass easy? Interesting. If you can find it, sorry, Mike. I'd love to see where that is and to hear his take. I'm a huge Michael League fan. He had a big influence on me when I was in London, and I did have a couple of lessons with him at the time. Very. This guy is very serious about music, man. Very serious, and he's a very intelligent guy, and everything he does is very thought through. The song or the seminar, I don't think there's a video excerpt from that seminar. Sorry. Oh, that's a shame. I would have loved to hear that or see it. Let's give this another spin. I like that bass line, but it's not really, meh. Just sort of the same line, sort of turned around. Funky fireworks. Everything's funky. Let me see all of your bass. What are you still doing up, duckling? Eh? There they are. That's not all of them, but that's a few of them. Fender Strat. Sunburst, obviously, American. And my oldest bass. American Fender Jazz 4 strings. Which is, you know, it's a bit of a... I'm outing myself as a huge Jaco fan. So, there we go. There's a bunch of other ones, but these are... This one and the other jazz bass are the main ones. There's also that natural wood one that's a bit weird, but I don't know where it is. So yeah, I'll take it out of the shed of storage someday. All right, real quick, couple more tunes, and if I don't hear anything interesting, I'll go and get some sort of neck massage because this is not fun. Okay, I'm guessing this one is going to be more of the same. And I'm not on the action cam. Okay, let's try Funky Fireworks. That's an interesting little line there. Not bad. Can't hear the track. Sorry, Mike. My bad. Thank you for telling me. There it is from the top. Not really, it's not super interesting. Okay, well, we're not really in luck today. There are no, there's no groove and chaos lines today, unfortunately. Let's just give this one. Let's just play this tune again because it's just insane. Oh, nice. I didn't even realize that that lick was played twice, but in a slightly different context. That's really cool. with a flourish at the end. Who would have thought? Damn, AI, sometimes you do impress me. Yeah, it's a good tune. Yeah, bunch of random ones as well. But guys, I think I'm actually gonna go and take a painkiller and call it a day. Sadly, my neck is really. I must have slept on the wrong side. I don't know. But I woke up and it was just very, very stiff today, and it's really uncomfortable. So unfortunately, I'm gonna call it for the day. Duckling says, "Bro, I just asked my dad what his bass is, and he said a Zoot Chaser. Is it any rare? Let's have a look. Zoot Chaser bass. Zootbass.com. Zootbass. Oh wow. I don't know what your dad's is, but these look pretty special indeed. This is not the look of a cheap bass for sure. Several layers of wood there as well. You've got tabletop and what do you call it? Just layers. Excellence in handmade basses. Zoot Custom Shop, Essex, England. Okay, right. Mike Brooks would be 100% able to illuminate us on this. In fact, he was streaming just a few minutes ago. Let me check. Let me see if he's Brooks' bass corner. Because if he's still live, No, he's not. Is he? Streamed 2 days ago. No, he is live. All right.
Did them all round the base.
And it didn't
on the
help.
lower edges.
That thing is way
Added
out of
2
whack.
kilograms, 2 kilograms to the weight. So you'd
Wow.
think all that downward weight would keep
Yeah.
the thing. Nothing to do with it's nothing to do with weight. It's to do with pivot points of the strap buttons. Now, before I bought that bass, there was someone selling one second hand on Facebook, and he was struggling to sell it. And I'm not surprised. It's not particularly. You're not going to go down the Dog and Duck and use that to play Brown Eyed Girl on a Friday and Saturday. Quite right. But he couldn't shift it, and he had placed the strap buttons in other places, and he said, now it balances, it's great. But when
All
you
right, we'll come back to it when Michael gets around to doing that. I'll save the answer for you guys. Duckling, underneath in the description there should be a link to the Discord channel. Usually Mike takes a little bit of time to answer questions, especially if he's got a bit of a stack to get through. But he will eventually get to that question, and I can sort of post it in the Discord group if you'd like to know the answer to that. But yeah. It's a London live stream being shared through a Belgian live stream. Indeed. That's what we do here. You know, technology, eh? So, friends, I'm not going to wait for Mike's answer on stream. I'll take the bass off and watch it from, I reckon, a more comfortable place in the house. But, guys, I'll be streaming again tomorrow. Hopefully my neck is better and we can do a proper stream. And hopefully I can get the bloody sound out of that Instagram post, because I really want to transcribe it, because it's really cool. You guys will enjoy it as well. So that will be tomorrow. For now, I'm going to go and rest and take some painkillers. Even though I said I wouldn't, I will. Alright guys, go check out Brooksy at Brooksy's Bass Corner. That's the name of his channel. Do check it out. What's up, Keshav? How you doing, bro? Twitch always wants me to sign in. I can never... so annoying. Sadly, guys, like I said, I'm going to call it for today. But I'll be back tomorrow. 100% promise. Pinky promise. I will be there. And hopefully in a better shape to do some proper transcribing and training. Akil, Mike, Jeffrey, Nate, thank you very much for joining. And Duckling, welcome to the group. Hopefully you can add the Discord server. Description below is a link. If you click on it, it should take you to it. I should probably double check that it is still working, but right now... Discord server link. There she is. Invite invalid. Of course it is. It's probably expired. Let's get another one in. Alright. Duckling, I've updated the Discord invite, which resets every 7 days. So you should be taken to the Discord server now. And if you fancy it, dude, I can post Mike's answer on the Discord later on. But do take care, guys. I will see you tomorrow. Promise. Again, sorry, apologies for not being in super great shape today. It will be better tomorrow. I'm sure of it. Thank you all very much. See you tomorrow. Toodles. Bye-bye.